Hi, this is Mike J. Welcome to the channel. What I want to talk about here today is the infamous Mustang barbecue tick noise. Now, those of you know and follow my channel know that I have a 16 Mustang GT now. And mine has not had a tick of any sort. It's as normal as can be. I made a video, my last video was actually, or the second to last video I made was showing my car under running conditions of the noise it made. Well, I did have a 14 performance package or a track package that I did mention that did have that barbecue tick, and it always happened when I had the oil changed. When the oil got some usage out of it, it went away. And I just never really made a big deal out of it through Ford. And I noticed, as I said in my previous video, that once the oil gets more usage out of it, that the tick, barbecue tick, went away. And I know a lot of these people, that a lot of the people on the forums, Mustang forums, I've actually ran across one guy that actually waited to change his oil by the oil monitoring monitoring, and when it reached to 0 is when he had his oil change. And keep in mind that this was a brand new car and it was his first factory oil that's in the car, and he sent it out to I believe it's called Blackstone Laboratories, that actually checks the oil to see how much life is left in it, and it gives a breakdown of all the deposits and stuff that are in the oil and if there's any life left. And it came back that it was really good. I mean, it showed a lot of things that was in the oil that was not out of the ordinary for a new motor. The thing is that he could have gone a few thousand more miles and there was still enough additives in the oil. Just because the oil is black doesn't necessarily mean that there's no life in the oil. And a lot of people I know, even if they use the best oil, they go and get their oil changed, every 3,000, 5,000 miles, and it's really totally unnecessary. Conventional oil now, if it's a major brand conventional oil, it's good for at least 5,000 miles, okay? And if it's a synthetic blend, it's good for about 7,500 to 10,000 miles. And if it's a full synthetic oil, those oils can go up to 10 to 15,000 miles. In fact, a lot of people I know do not like to keep that oil in their car that long. And they think it's insurance because oil is cheaper than a breakdown. That is very true. The thing is that this is what I go by and this is what I've experienced, and I've always followed what the oil life monitoring on the vehicle tells me. Now, I don't wait till it drops to 0 by all means, but about 20%, roughly about 8,000 miles is when I change the oils in my cars. And keep in mind that I do drive 80% all highway driving, and my cars are never really, ran short distance, per se at a given time. Like I said, my Mustang is a 16. It's actually only got 10,300 and something miles on it as of right now. And I had the first oil change done almost 3,000 miles because I wanted to get the break-in oil out of there, like most of you guys there want to get the oil out of there as soon as possible. But some of the people do it at 500 to 1,000, which is kind of ridiculous. But, oil is one of these things that, is like religion and politics. People have their own opinion. There's no right or wrong. But when I had my oil changed at almost 3,000 miles, well, that was the first oil change that I had done. So now this oil that's in this car as of right now is still from the first oil change. And it's got about almost 7,500 miles on it. And this weekend I will be taking it in to have the oil change, because I always like to do it around when it's down to 20%. But anyway, since the oil was changed, I had driven roughly around, like I said, 7,500 miles. Well, at 6,000 miles of driving, I checked the oil. It was down half a quart. So I put a half a quart of Ford Motorcraft Synthetic Blend 5W20 to bring it up back to the hash mark, the second hash marks. And, you know, just to show you what a motor oil will look like with 7,500 miles on the car, I'm going to pull the dipstick of my car to show you. And I haven't pulled it previously before this video, so we're going to all do it together and we'll show you what color the oil is. So here we go. So as you can see, with 7,500 miles on this car, this is the oil. I mean, it's still like honey. You see that? It's not black at all. It's just like honey. In fact, I'll wipe some on the towel and I'll show you guys. See? So, you know, a lot of people go out there and change it every 3,000 to 5,000 miles. You know, it's to your own choice, but the thing is, it's really unnecessary. Maybe that's why I don't have any ticks. I don't know. But all I know is from my previous 14 track package that I had, ever since the oil gets changed when it's new, it ticks for a while. Once it gets more usage out of it, you know, roughly around, I would say, you know, 4,000 or 5,000 miles, the barbecue tick goes away. But this is what oil looks like at 7,500 miles in my car. So really, is it really necessary, you know, to get and run off and get your oil change at every 3,000 to 5,000 miles? See, I mean, this is a synthetic blend, keep in mind. So if this is full synthetic like my Camaro SS, heck, you could even go longer. But I'm just showing you that, you know, even the synthetic blend oil, it holds together pretty well. And like I said, just because the oil is black doesn't necessarily mean it's no more usage available in it. But then again, keep in mind that, you know, I do drive almost all freeway driving. So due to the fact that I drive mostly all freeway driving, you know, the oil, you know, goes back, you know, goes to operating temperature. Any moisture, any condensation that's in the oil will be burned off. I don't recommend that if it's a city car, you know, that it's going to be driven around the city a lot, you know, to stretch it that far, due to the fact that it just never gets to operating temperature to burn out all the condensation that's in the oil. But anyways, like I said, I will be getting the oil change on this car, the second one. And like I say, I always go by the oil monitoring. And, you know, like I said, from my experience from the 14 that I had, my 12 never had any ticks. It had a lot of valve train noises, a lot of tapping. But that was very normal considering all the Mustangs pretty much did that, the Coyote motors. But the 14, as soon as the oil got some usage out of it, you never hear the barbecue tick. But anyways, like I said, I'm going to get the oil change on this car next week. And after it gets changed, I'll probably do another video just to show you if it will have any kind of noise that is different from my other video when I did record the noises of the car. But anyways, if you like this video, please give me a big thumbs up. Please like, subscribe, comment, tap the notification bell for future videos, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Take care.